We have our first phone caller on the line, William from Panama City. He has a question about a VA claim. William, you can go ahead with your question now.
Yes, my name is William, and I have a question. I am right now at 50% service connected because of my knees. I was a paratrooper, and I put in a claim for more benefits because my knees I'm unstable, and anyway, I got of course rejected. So I called a lawyer, and they took on the case, and they sent me paperwork. And one of the things on the paperwork was that they wanted to have the authority to change my address. And I just wanted to know if that was normal, or, if I was going to be taken advantage of, or why would they want to be able to change my address?
We had this question last week, didn't we, Chris?
Yeah, it was
a similar situation.
William, I'm going to defer to Zach on this regarding the actual process, but typically speaking, lawyers don't ask to change mailing addresses for an individual without getting their consent. And typically speaking, at least in our law firm, when we have to send out letters of representation, those letters actually tell an insurance company and a client to no longer communicate with the person that we represent. And if they have any documentation regarding this claim or regarding the case, they have to send it to our office because we want to be the gatekeeper of that. But Zach, dealing with a VA disability claim, is it any different with what William's talking about, changing addresses?
No, it's not any different. In fact, you fill out a form. It's a VA form, 2122A, and there's a block to check there as to whether or not you want the address changed. And you can say no, and then what happens is you get copies of the same correspondence that the attorney is going to get in that case. And if you do change, then you may not receive some of the same correspondence that the attorney would get. But if you want to stay abreast of what's going on while the case is going, you don't have to change that address.
Zach, I'm sorry, Courtney, go ahead.
No, you're fine. I just wanted to clarify for everybody out there, so we're doubly making sure, because this is obviously we had this question last week. It's a hot question for people that are getting lawyers right now. It doesn't mean that you can change your address, right? It doesn't mean that you can say, okay, here you go, I'm going to physically change your address without your approval, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
See.
Well, and then on the personal injury side of things, there's a lot of times we don't want our clients to be the first contact. Now, they can get copies or courtesy copies of what we have, and our file is always open. But for the client to be the gatekeeper of the information that's sent to them, well, that's why we make sure that we send out letters of representation to take that burden off of the client. Now, Zach, on the VA side of things, is it healthy, or is it wise for a claimant to also get the documents as well, or are they the only ones getting the documents and then they have to submit those to their attorney?
Well, the VA is going to correspond with both the attorney and the client at the same time. And most of the VA clients, they want to know as the case progresses what forms may need to go next, what evidence the VA may be looking for, because the process can be very lengthy. And when the VA corresponds, that of course gives us a cue to call the client, and we can get on top of what's going on.
So hopefully that answers your question, William.